Okay, so the most important story is that once again, the country will be embarrassed with impeachment on Tuesday. And see, people, they tend to see this as a hate Trump, love Trump, all of this, but it's more than that. It diminishes America's power in the world because now impeachment, which used to be the last straw, only used twice, Andrew Johnson, Bill Clinton. Now they've destroyed the whole concept of holding a sitting president accountable, and it looks like a farce to the whole world. And the whole world, and we're talking Putin, China, they're watching, they're going, this isn't the strong, united America that we had 15 years ago or 20 years ago after 9/11. This is not the same country. Now, think about that. After the 9/11 attack, most Americans came together, and we destroyed over a decade or so the most lethal threat to the planet, the jihad. We destroyed it. We did it. But now we have a country that's fractured, that uses impeachment to humiliate political opponents, which is exactly what the Democrats are doing. They know they have no chance here. The John Roberts defection, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, basically says to the country, I'm not going to participate in this because it's unconstitutional. But that wasn't even covered by the corrupt media. Corrupt media didn't even mention it. So that's the big story, that this farce, which is damaging the entire country throughout the world, will take place on Tuesday.
Okay, so do you have any theories on why they are doing this? They know that it is going nowhere. It's just not going to go anywhere. I think my theory is it is just keeping us talking about stupid things instead of actually seeing what's going on.
Okay, I don't do theories, you know that. I do fact-based analysis, and here's why this is happening. On Tuesday, the managers, these are the people that came out of the House of Representatives, all Democrats, will try to humiliate President Trump in a variety of different ways. But it all comes down to no due process. He's guilty of heinous insurrection. But here's the most important part of that. Anyone who voted for Donald Trump or supports him is guilty as well. So this is an attempt by the Democratic Party to marginalize 72 million American voters and say, you're all idiots, you're all corrupt because you threw in with Donald Trump. That's what this is about. And gleefully, all three networks and CNN will participate in that. Fox News doesn't know what to do. It's lost. It's adrift. All right? So there'd be basically no counter or pushback except on talk radio. And that's why it's taking place.
So talk to me a little bit about Marjorie Taylor Greene. What are your thoughts on what happened to her yesterday?
Any politician, elected official who believes and uses their position to assert that the Parkland shooting, the Connecticut shooting were not legitimate deserves to be scorned.
Scorned, sure, okay. Deserves to, have people say that's crazy. Don't agree with it. You don't represent me, but she doesn't represent me. The people in her district voted for her. And
she still represents them.
Correct.
But to have her on a committee embarrasses the Republican Party.
Oh, so we're working on embarrassment.
Removed. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Removed because, as you know, this is not an important story.
I know.
Congress.
Well, it is. It is in this way. It is in this way. Once you start down this road, this has not been done before. This is unprecedented. Once you start down this road, it's going to be tit for tat, and you've opened yet another door.
Sure.
Where
absolutely.
Okay, everybody agrees that these school shootings were real. Everybody agrees that, except for a very small number of people. And now she's in there. Okay, but what about the next thing? It's like the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act was supposed to protect us from violent extremists. Well, now we can't get anybody to define violent extremist, as they are purging the armed forces now.
Okay, let's not get too far ahead. Let's stay with Taylor.
Okay.
Here's the tat, Maxine Waters.
Mm-hmm.
There's the tat right there.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't go after Congresswoman Waters, because if you do, you're a racist. But if you pull up her clips, she openly encouraged a physical assault on a sitting president of the United States.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she did.
Oh, yeah.
All right?
She also just said that the President Trump should absolutely be charged with premeditated murder.
Okay. Well, whatever nutty stuff she's spitting out there, the Republicans could say, let's do this to Congressman Waters, strip her of her chairmanships and of her committeeships. I don't have any problem with that. If you're going to do Taylor, then you can do her. So, yeah, we'll have another devolving of Congress. And I don't want Taylor to be expelled or anything like that. I think you're absolutely right. Let her district deal with her. That's what I said about Liz Cheney. This is the same thing. Let Wyoming deal with Liz Cheney. Now, I think Liz Cheney based her impeachment vote on her the fact that Donald Trump attacked her father and tried to humiliate her father. This is the same thing with John McCain, so on and on and on and on, because Trump just continually did that all the time. He just attacked people personally, the Bushes, whatever it may be, Romney. So these people turn on him, and that's what Liz Cheney did. So should Liz Cheney lose her status in the House because she voted for impeachment? No. I disagree with the vote. I think she's wrong to inject her personal feelings into the public arena. I think that's wrong. But she's going to be primaried. If I were in Wyoming, I'd vote against Liz Cheney. But I'm not going to remove her for that vote. I don't think that's the way we should be operating, because you're right. Once it starts, it never stops.